A diplomat, Ambassador Joe Keshi, joins me now to discuss the situation in Mali. Good to have you join us, Ambassador Joe Keshi. Now, there are now several meetings on all sides. But before this development, which is a coup in Mali, there were several mediation attempts by ECOWAS. And during those mediation attempts, several recommendations were made. Now, do you think that in making those recommendations that ECOWAS actually did pay attention to the demands of the people in Mali?
To a large extent, I think they did. Their role was to mediate between all the parties in the crisis, the opposition, the government, and the leader of the negotiating team, Nigeria's former president, undertook a number of trips to Mali to speak to the parties involved. But everybody maintained their position, and the consequence of that is the coup. What I found interesting was that the Malians, particularly the leadership, would have seen this coming because it has happened before and it has happened again. And I think that ECOWAS leaders are right to meet to find a solution to the crisis as it is now. But what we must understand is that what makes it challenging when a coup happens this way is that if the soldiers are empowered by the support of the people, they become more intransigent to want to leave power immediately. But I sincerely hope that ECOWAS leaders can find a way and insist that democracy, should take its full course in Mali.
But how can they insist? Because like you rightly noted, there is some sort of celebration, and support on this for these military junta. So how can ECOWAS insist if the military junta is enjoying the support of the people?
Well, look, I've been once involved in a situation like this, and speaking to one of the leaders involved, I pointed out to him that you can see to the opposition leader while trying to make him accept the result of an election. And he said to me, look, if they had announced me as the winner of the election, people would have also rejoiced on the street. In other words, there are two sides to it. Those who have lost out, which probably are in the majority, are not rejoicing. And those who think that this is the right way to go are rejoicing. But I think that what ECOWAS leaders need to stress is that, again, they need to do this for the sake of the region so that there is no domino effect. Because I do not know of any state in West Africa today where the people are not dissatisfied and where some people will not be praying privately that the same, situation happens in their own country. So they need to move fast. One thing I think they can do is to continue to mediate among the, to see whether perhaps the best option out is for an early election, because it was the last election that created some of the, that was the main cause of the disagreement, apart from the economic issues and the inability of the disposed president to tackle the crisis, in the northern Mali. So I just think that ECOWAS leaders need to insist that, fine, you guys have staged a coup, but you need to work with us to resolve the political situation. And any election might just be the way out, because part of the recommendation of ECOWAS before was the resignation of I think the 15 members of parliament who were elected, and then a re-election of a new team. I think they need to go back to, to some of those recommendations of the past.
All right, we'll see how it plays out and see some of the resolutions that ECOWAS will come up with. Diplomat Ambassador Joe Keshi, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you, too, for having me on your show. Thank you.